guys, this is Chris Appleton of Absolver, and you're listening to Angel Gareth on BRFM.
That's Angel BRFM. Sat here again with, of course, the lovely Mr. James Toseland.
How are you?
James, welcome to Bristol.
Thanks, mate. Yeah.
Now, you're in Bristol because Bogies in Cardiff cancelled because the door's shut. Mm-hmm. What a shame.
Yeah, it was a shame. It was the second gig on the tour. And we were kicking everything off down in Southampton and then coming up there. But unfortunately, I don't know what if it's personal reasons or what, but they just literally shut the doors. And
doors are shut on it. But you're on the special guests for, of course, Reef. Mm-hmm. 6 dates in the UK.
Yeah.
How many more dates are left on this?
This is the first one, and I believe this is Reef's opening gig for the UK tour.
So this is the first ever gig for Reef to open up now in the UK.
Yeah.
Long time since they played, though, isn't it?
I don't know, actually.
Oh no, tell a lie. They played the Steelhouse Festival earlier on in the year.
Okay. I'm really excited, to be on the same stage as such an established band like Reef now. It's
But you've done so much as well, though, since I last spoke to you.
Yep.
Yeah. What have you done? You've done that Goodwood Festival.
We did Goodwood Festival of Speed. We supported the Little Angels back there in the first run, and Darkness as well. So it's it's really important for us to be able to get an opportunity to play in front of this kind of crowd. We just had a great gig in Sheffield last night on the headline shows for us. We've done, I think, 7 gigs already on the headline tour.
7 on your own headlining tour.
Now we've got these 6 with Reef now, and then we've got 6 or 7 gigs in December also for headliners as well.
For yourself?
Yeah.
So you got quite a busy time.
Yeah, we had 22 shows in like 4.5 weeks. So it's
a hell of a lot. So you've been quite busy since I last spoke to you, because what was it? It was only beginning of the year, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's doing download as well on the acoustic.
Yeah, because he took you up for that, didn't he? And then of course Isle of Wight with him.
Isle of Man. Yeah. We supported the Darkness on the Isle of Man, and it's just been. We couldn't have wished for a better start. We've had some great gigs. We've been pulling close to 200 sometimes in some of the gigs. Last night was packed in Corporation in Sheffield, my hometown, and I had like 160, and the capacity's about that. And it's just been really kind of to see the place packed. It's kind of like
shock.
It is a bit of a shock, because it's like, wow, that people actually really connecting to this, and it's a really nice feeling.
The thing is last time you speak, like your wrist, the same as me, not too good. Mm-hmm. So you've had to give up the World Superbikes to do the music. So you've gone from the world of speed on the Superbikes to the world of speed on music. And that's just gone really fast for you, though, hasn't it? It's really just picked up like that.
Yeah, the process, this whole process of writing the album has been about 18 months, really. I met Toby as soon as I had to retire through an injury. I knew I wanted to write a rock album. It's always been something I always wanted to do. And just writing the album, that took about 8 months at Toby's place. And
so that's...
So it's been a long kind of process to get to this point, but to actually now release the EP that we've done and release the single Renegade officially, and now
so Renegade is released officially as a single now. Because I was just saying to you now, I got the EP from Cardiff. If anyone missed it, now I picked this up. Is Life Is Beautiful. It's EP 4 tracks, and Renegade is a demo on here. I was saying to you now just before we started, I love that track. So country and western style on it though.
Well, it's just that is a stripped back version with just me playing the piano with my guitarist Zurab on the acoustic, and we recorded it even at my little studio at home, and literally just my grand piano up at home, and that was it. But the official single is the full version of it. But it was in fact it was the feedback from that, because it was one of those kind of little bit of a bonus things on the EP just to get 4 tracks on there.
That's the one you've suddenly decided
to
release.
Connected to it.
Well, Life Is Beautiful was the first single single off it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
the first single. So this is the second one.
Yeah, Life Is Beautiful was like the first release to kind of give people an idea of what this album was all about.
I love that to start. The Life Is Beautiful. It's one of my favourite tracks.
Yeah.
Renegade. Well, in fact, all the tracks on the EP are fantastic. I've got to be honest, because I was listening to it in the car coming down, and it's like, wow, yeah. I've been listening to tracks in work when I've been playing them, and it's like, wow. Yeah. So the difference is your music influences on it, because you can go from that hard rock ballad down to something like Renegade, which is more of a slowish country sort of style track.
The demo version is really stripped back compared to the live version. but it kind of gives you the idea of because Renegade was really nice to strip back and just the piano, because it's the most personal song on the album for me. You know, the opening line is brought up in the back streets of a northern English town, and I was in Doncaster and Sheffield, and it is kind of a personal, and Renegade, you know, being the biker and etc. You know,
but you wouldn't, to be honest, listening to that track, you wouldn't think that. And that's going to be one of the tracks on the album?
It is, yeah. Not the demo version, the full version on the album. There's 11 in total. There's 4, obviously those 4. But I'm really pleased with it, and the reception that it's got already. You know, we've just kicked off the pledge campaign to work with them on the pre-sales of the album.
Because a lot of, like we were saying, a lot of artists are doing that now.
Yeah.
Slash have done it. God, there's Ginger Wildheart's done it to start off with, really.
Yeah. Well, I invested and paid for the whole thing, you know, with the album recording and getting the band together and on being on tour, and it's been really, you know, it's been really difficult to get interest from a label at the moment to give some tour support or whatever that we'd need now, and it just sent a fantastic platform to actually announce and get it out there onto their database.
And that's coming out in March.
In March, yeah, the album's coming out in March.
Early March?
I'm not quite sure, because we're going to see how the pledge campaign runs. We've got really a load of fantastic pledges on there. There's even a set of my old leathers that I've got, like one of my old last set of leathers. And, you know, this obviously signed merchandise and
so you're not only just giving like people to pledge to pay to get the album done and things like that. Yeah, there's stuff going on as well.
There's loads of stuff, because pledge usually you kind of raise funds from your fan base to actually produce the album. You know, it's not that way.
I think I've mentioned as well, because you're saying there now, your album is already done, it's all ready to go.
Yeah, all I'm raising money for really is to keep the show on the road. You know, is to go out there on tour and be able to do the concerts, and possibly have the opportunity to go to things like South by Southwest in Texas next year, and go further afield than the UK to see what happens.
Are you still driving the boys around?
just driven down from Sheffield today to Bristol. So
it's a long old journey. I imagine 4.5 hours.
I don't know what the tour manager for Reef's been doing, but I think he's been throwing darts at it, because tomorrow we're in Glasgow. So, I know exactly. So
that's 4.5 hour drive from like Sheffield down.
Yeah.
But to Glasgow, that's a whole day's drive.
It's going to be 7 hours, really, 7 or 8 hours to Glasgow from here.
Keeping you guys busy, though, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. But it's been really good. I mean, the guys I've got in, the band lineup have changed since we first started as well.
Right.
You know, there was a few guys that had another project going on, as well as Toseland. And when it came in, our agent Steve Zapp and Steve Strange, they got 22 shows. It all of a sudden meant if you were in, you're in. If you're out, you're out. And they wanted to go down their own route, which is fair enough.
So you've had a slight change.
Yeah, completely. There's only me and my lead guitarist Rob, the original lineup from that, but I've got some fantastic guys in now, and I'm really enjoying it.
Oh, excellent. So, also saying your wife's album's doing really well.
Yeah, she's had 6 albums in the top 6 now, which is I'm really proud of her. You know, the music's completely different between mine and hers, which is nice. There's no comparisons and all that.
There's no arguing about, like, I like that song, I'm having it. So, because there is total difference. Katie does more mellow.
Yeah. The folky, kind of bluesy,
operatic sort of stylish stuff as well. So I mean, which our new album's fantastic, by the way. I say that. I was listening to it the other day, and yours, like I said, it's gone from no, I don't want to be that side of it. I'm going into the rockier side of it. More, I wouldn't say you're the pop rock. It's like the old style school of heavy metal. Yeah,
it's classic rock, and there's a bit of niche rock in there, but it is mainly classic rock and commercial rock. There's a few power ballads in there. I mean, I took on a song called Just No Way from that was one of Toby's songs. The rest are co-written between me and Toby, and but Just No Way was his. He'd had it about 10 years. He wrote it about his wife, and that's a fantastic ballad. And that was the first one that introduced us together about working together. So
you know, great partnership and working together.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Toby's. And he's a mentor as well, about giving me tips about, you know, I mean, I've never sang 22 days on the trot, you know, and he was giving me tips about what to do, what to drink, how to sleep, and it's such a fantastic mentor.
It's a total different regime to the racing, isn't it, though? Because, I mean, racing, you know, you've got to keep yourself fit in a total different way. So, like, your voice is a total different thing.
Oh, yeah, and it's much more sensitive as well. The vocal cord, I've noticed, you know, because, you know, most of the album's up there, so it takes some pushing. So to look after it is really critical, and to have someone like that with so much experience behind you, it's great to have as a current manager.
Well, Toby's doing his own solo tour now, because of course Little Angel split up.
Yep.
The last must have been a pleasure to be supporting them.
And it was from being introduced to Toby and working with him, finding out about his background, and then after completing the album, for him to have the confidence of us opening for him
To get you. And of course, what I said is, he's doing his own stuff. He's down in Bristol soon. You're going to be on another 5 dates with the Reef boys.
Yep.
And then you're out again on your own with the boys in the van, driving them around.
December.
Driving them around. You charge them petrol money?
No, I'll give him a tenner a day.
Oh, you give him a tenner a day. Oh, you allow him a tenner a day.
So
it's easiest way of doing it.
It's budget. It's travel lodges and but they've done a bit of touring themselves. They know what it's like, and everybody's in it for the right reasons now. With that shift on the band members and everything else, it was there was people with different kind of priorities and stuff like that, and now everybody's.
These guys are into being with the Toseland.
Exactly. Yeah.
Lot.
Yeah.
And still playing the piano on it.
Yeah, for sure. I play three tracks on the album on the piano, and mostly it's out front now.
Well, you're going to say that because last time I caught you was in Cardiff with the Little Angel guys. Now, like I said, from my own experiences, looking at yourself, thinking, can he? The single's good. Can he pull it off being in front of a crowd? And you did.
Oh, cheers.
You pulled it off. I mean, that crowd just went wild, and a lot of people I was talking to after as well were saying, "Wow, awesome." And you didn't need no more on tour. I think another band would have spoiled it. Just the two of you. You're going on first, getting that crowd going, and you got them going. And that just goes show what showmanship you got.
Well, I have my boss in the back going,
well, yeah, man, boys up. So you don't do a good job for us, that's it, you're off. Of course, you've got your own tour coming up again now after the finishing off with the Reef guys. The album's coming out very, very soon, next year, early March-ish.
Yep.
March, sometime around March.
Yeah.
You've got web pages, of course, Toseland.com.
Toselandmusic.com. James M. Toseland is the Twitter, and then obviously Facebook. The pledgemusic.com/Toseland is where you can you obviously get the album, the signed copies, and all kinds of pledges that we've put on there as well.
Because of course.
You can have dinner with me and Toby, actually. That's one of the pledges. So.
Dinner with you and Toby?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't want to really go there, but I can just imagine. Break into song or
if
something.
If you can understand Yorkshire accent, you're alright.
No, I'm alright. I can understand Yorkshire accent easy enough. It's as bad as the Welsh, let's be honest. It's just as bad. But it's a pleasure to catch up with you, Toby.
And you.
You've done your sound check?
And I'm James.
See what I mean? Put me off, I have a dinner with Toby. Well, it's Toseland.
That's a classic.
Awesome. It's a pleasure catching up with you, James, again, anyway. I'm looking forward to tonight's set. Look, embarrass me now, look. I'm not on camera, it's just you. I'm looking forward to catching up with you again tonight because, I know you're going to put on a damn good show, and this is a fantastic venue as well, the O2 Academy in Bristol. Yeah. Great sound down there.
Yeah, I think this is one of the biggest stages we've done so far. So it always gives a bit of a different dimension as well.
I can't say that. Play the Isle of Man.
Yeah, I know, but that's it's quite download. It's not a long stage in the Isle of Man, and download was only the acoustic stage.
So it was a smaller stage.
But actually, I'm quite pleased because I've got enough room to keep my keyboard on stage. Because we've been having to lift it on and off for the gigs.
Well, yeah, because of course, Cardiff is a smaller stage as well, and you were sort of near front, so you don't have that much room.
Hoiking this big keyboard on and off, it looks horrendous. So
you've got plenty of room there now.
I'm pleased I can keep my keyboard on stage.
It is a fantastic stage here, I've got to be honest. It's a fantastic venue.
Yeah.
And of course, you'll be back down into Wales, because of course we missed you last time, on the 4th of November, bogey showing. Are you coming back to Wales at some point?
Yeah, we're trying to get another venue in the Cardiff area, because obviously there's some ticket sales down there already.
You want to keep those?
Exactly, yeah.
Keep those
so hopefully in the December run that we have, I'll keep everybody posted on the website and everything else on the Twitter.
I'll give you some contact details for some of the clubs down there,
cool,
which would be good for you.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to catching you on stage. James, this time got it right, that's it. James Toseland, it's always a pleasure to catch up with you. I'm looking forward to it. Of course, websites are jamestoselandmusic.com. Pledge music for yourself, Twitter account, Facebook. That's about it, really. That's about all of them. It's a pleasure. Cheers, James.
Cheers.
Hi guys, this is Chris Appleton of Absolver. and you're listening to Angel Gareth on PRFM.